Okay, now I shut off the breaker, and there's nothing to any of these now, okay? So this one here is connecting the white wires together. I don't necessarily have to remove that, right? I can just put that back in here like that. I've got a ground wire to deal with. I've got the black hot wire coming into the box, and I got the black hot wire going back out of the box. And it may look to you that this could be a white wire, but that's just paint. You've got to look real close on different wires to make sure, you know, because the last thing you want to do is start hooking up to the wrong wires, okay? After careful inspection, I told you incorrect just a second ago that both of these wires were black. This one is in fact white. This one is in fact black. I had to look at that really super close. And normally when you get to a light fixture, that's what you're going to have. A black wire coming out, a white wire coming out, and a ground wire coming out. Okay? So here's my new bracket. And see, it's on a swivel, and sure enough there's a ground screw on there too. I can fish that up there like that. And I'm going to have to decide what to do with that ground screw, because there's another one attached to the actual light fixture. Okay? First and foremost, I'm going to get this little bracket up in here. And see, that other bracket that we had for that other light fixture would not have worked, would it? No siree. There's not much room for error on this one. And sometimes this bracket's longer and you have to decide what screw holes to use and line this up, but I've got it lined up as close as possible. And this screw is not tightening up into the existing box. So I have those other screws, you know, from the old box, and it looks like, well, they look about the same. I'm gonna try one of those just for kicks into this box. This box is so old, the screw area might have been stripped out. We'll just see what I can do with this one. Hold your mouth just right. That's why I don't like to throw away the screws and everything. If I have anything from an old box, let's say, an old light fixture, that one went in. That went in pretty good. Okay. Now what are we going to do next? Now see, the reason for this here is the screws on the other one are sideways. So after we figure out what to do with that, we can loosen up these screws here in the middle, and then we're going to have to flip this around that way and then tighten up these screws. Okay? So in fact, I might want to line that up and see which, you know, how much slop I have, where I'm going to push this down. This hole seems bigger up there, so I'm going to have that wire coming out there. I'm going to look at that, line this up from left to right, tighten this up. I don't know why there's two screws here. Line that up, okay. So far, so good. Let's figure out what to do with this ground wire. What should I do? I'm thinking I should just put it underneath that screw and be done with it. This is looks like a plastic box. It might be a metal box, but see, this is metal here, and it will ground itself once I have it attached underneath that. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what they did before. And the light fixture has a ground wire on it, and here's a set screw there. So if I put this ground wire under that and then the other ground wire, it's going to do the same thing as right here, you know. So I think for ease, I'm going to go ahead and take this out, this screw here. I'm going to attach the ground wire just like it was from before.